All right. The rule for momentum is whatever momentum you start with, the initial momentum, you have to end with, or the initial momentum always has to equal the final momentum. So let's take this situation. Let's say you have a gun that fires a bullet. Okay. Let's say the gun has a mass of gun of 3 kilograms. And it fires a mass of bullet 0.1 kilogram bullet with a velocity of 200 meters per second. Now, in the beginning, when the bullet is still inside the gun, nothing is moving, so the initial momentum is 0. Once the gun is fired, the bullet moves this way, and the gun kicks back with some recoil velocity. Now, the gun's not going to kick back with the same recoil velocity that the bullet is fired, or you would only fire a gun one time. The gun will not kick back with the same recoil velocity because the gun is considerably more massive than the bullet. And you have to remember that momentum is the product of an object's mass times its velocity. So let's look at the momentum of the bullet. The momentum of the bullet would be 0.1 kilograms times 200 meters per second. The momentum of the gun would be 3 kilograms times some velocity that we don't know. Now again, I said the initial momentum has to equal the final momentum. In this case, if the bullet goes out this way, we know the gun has to kick back that way to zero out the momentums. So you can actually set the momentum of the gun equal to the momentum of the bullet as long as the motion is in opposite directions. So we then have the mass of the gun times the velocity of the gun that we don't know. And we can set that equal to the mass of the bullet times the velocity of the bullet, 200 meters per second. So we would get 3 kilograms times the velocity. 0.1 times 200 is 20 kilogram meters per second. You always divide by what is in front of the letter. And 20 divided by 3 is 6.67 meters per second. So the recoil velocity of the gun would be about 6.67 meters per second. And that would be much more easy to handle than a gun firing back at you at 200 meters per second.